What's up everybody, Nate back with another video this week. For those new to the channel, I own a custom integration company, meaning I help people implement technology into their homes and businesses. This week, I have a video where we're going to talk about Cat6A, and we have footage of us implementing it into a buddy of mine's office, where he runs a content studio as well as a video editing studio. So he had the need for that higher capacity cable between the two offices. He moved office from one side of the building to the other, so we pulled Cat6A from where his fiber termination was all the way to his new office, which I have a ton of footage of us actually pulling the cable. I don't have a ton of footage of us terminating them, so we ended up doing 2 keystones on each side for him. I didn't do a great job filming it. So I figured I would take the time, record a little clip here, and we can talk about 6A cable, the keystones that we use, what you would need if you were going to terminate them with RJ45, and what goes into the cable. So 6A versus 6 and 5E, your main difference is that you can carry and certify 10 gig internet further. So Cat6A is going to do 100 meters or roughly 300 and change for feet. Cat6 and Cat5E are going to be 50 meters. So you'll still get 1 gig internet over that length on a 6 or a 5E, but he was looking to make sure that he had full 10 gig internet all the way across. So we pulled 2 new Cat6A lines for him, terminated them. He ran patch cables from the terminations that we did into his Unify switch, and he has full 10 gig internet now, so that when he's doing video uploads and transfers and everything, and the massive internet consumption that he needs in that industry and business, he's good to go. So the number one difference that you're going to have with 6A, this is just a scrap from the install that we did for him. It is a much thicker jacket. So this cable specifically is going to have your actual sheathing. Then it's going to be shielded directly underneath of it. This is a shielded full cable, as opposed to individually the pairs are not shielded, where you would have to go back and strip them. So this, we use ICE cable as our manufacturer for all cable. There's a ton of different companies that you can find. If you're a consumer, there's plenty of out there and available that you could use just about any of them. Just make sure that the gauge is correct. So once you remove the sheathing, you have a pull line, just like almost any cable, whether it's speaker, cat, network, whatever it is, they almost always come with a pull line. You have the shielding, which is, I guess you could call it like a thicker tin foil to a degree. I'm not actually sure what it is made of. And then you're going to have the same thing, your 4 twisted pairs. The way that 6A works is, in theory, it's a tighter twist, so the tolerance is higher, allowing it to carry the data further. All the cable that we use almost always has a spline on it. You would cut this out when you go to do your terminations. Same with the pull line and your sheathing. The keystone, they do make specific 6A keystones. So the only difference is that the center portion of the keystone is wider to fit a bigger jacket. You would do the same type of thing if you were doing like a direct burial Cat6 cable, Cat5E, anything that's direct burial that has that much bigger jacket on it. These are great for. They are going to be punched down according to whatever the termination is on your actual keystone. They vary. And then these ones are actually marked as 6A on the front. If you were to use an RJ45 and terminate it that way, you would have, it's the same exact RJ45 on Cat6, Cat5E, Cat6A. The only difference is if you get 6A ones, they are going to be wider to fit the jacket of a bigger cable. It makes the termination a little bit easier. Same thing you would do on a direct burial side of things. So like I said, I don't have a ton of footage of us actually terminating everything. It's mostly just the wire pulling. So I wanted to give you like a quick rundown of the cable that we used. I'm kicking myself for not having the footage, but when you are in it and you're pulling everything, sometimes we forget and we don't do a great job of filming it. So enjoy the footage. I'll throw the time lapses up of us doing everything. It's a mixture of GoPro and physically filming it. We went from, like I said, one side of the building to the other with 2 crawl spaces in between. So this gives you kind of an inside look of what it's like to pull cable commercially or residentially. They're very similar. So if you're ever looking to hire us on consulting work, or you have work that you're looking to have in your own home, feel free. Our contact information is below, and then any tools that you ever see in our videos are always linked in the description below as well for ease of use for you guys to find.